Okay, so the reason why I sent you that video was to show you how to use extrude cut or just extrusion type functions. And if you look at this example here, all of your you have all of your wireframe as a 3D model. Now, I don't know if you've drawn it that way or you imported it that way. It looks like somebody attempted to create some surfaces here, um, but that obviously isn't working out for you. So what I'm going to do is select all this geometry here, and I'm just going to move it into a new file and paste it. And when you look at this, this process is a lot simpler than you may be thinking about. I'm going to just create a layer, and I'll take this bottom profile that we have, and I'm just going to move it over to that layer. Okay, so this is the bottom profile. By using a layer, I'm able to isolate the geometry. Now, I can measure one of these lines here. The length of this is 4.75. So what I would do here in order to create like a solid is I'll just go surface extrude. I'll select this profile and then I'll enter in that 475 there, So now, just by using that one step there, I was able to take this profile and then turn it into a solid. And then, we can repeat this process throughout the model. If we go to a top view here, you can see there's some inner circles. So we're going to just select these, like this one, and this one. We'll move that over to its own layer. We'll turn everything else off. Okay, from here, we'll take this solid and we want to cut these all the way through. So we're going to do, there's S on your keyboard for shading, right? So I'm going to do solid, extrude cut. What I'll do is select this one and this one, and we're going to just make sure this goes all the way through the model on both sides. And then, okay, so that gets those cut out. Then you have this one here. This one goes through the model. I assume, I don't know, I'm just doing this kind of quickly. But you can see how, all right, we got all those holes cut out. So we'll create another layer. We'll hide this geometry. We'll bring this first one back up. All right, so then you have this little shoulder here, right? So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to select a couple of these lines that represents that shape there. Okay, we'll move it over to its own layer. We'll hide everything else. I'll turn the solid layer back on. So I want to do an extrude cut. So I'll do solid, extrude cut. I'll select this shape here. And, really, just kind of just taking your time and getting through this. Now this one didn't get all the way over there, right? Okay, so what do you do? Okay, so let's take a look. We'll cancel. I'm going to undo. I'll go back to this shape here. I'm just going to do line parallel. We'll just extend that out a little bit. Trim this one up. Trim that one up. Get rid of this piece of geometry here, and then we'll try again. All right, so now we have it extended out. I think we probably want to do the same thing on this other side here too, just so that when we're doing the extrude cut, we make sure that it extends past on both sides. So we'll just do a parallel. There's another method to trim. This is strings, so I could go 1, 2, 3, and then I can come in here and get rid of that one. Bring this back up. We're going to do solid extrude cut. Okay, so if it doesn't chain, that's what I'm seeing here is that it didn't chain. Let me make sure that they're trimmed together again. Let's try again. Usually that means that there's like double entities or something, so I'll just delete that line and join it up again. There's some kind of problem there. So you don't get stuck on problems, you just keep moving forward, I'll do an extrude cut again. Yeah, I don't know, there's something not quite right about that section. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do point, end, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get rid of. Uh, let's get rid of the rest of this geometry here. I'm gonna just measure the points. -3, -3, -3, -3. Okay, so they're all at the same Z level. I'm just going to do continuous here, so we'll go from here to there to there. Oh, let's try that again. Do a join. Alright, let's make sure it chains. It chains now. We can do extrude cut. There we go. Make sure it extends past. Alright, so now we have that one done, that one done. Come back in here. We have another one. So again, we just, hide that geometry, hide the model. We'll come in here and we'll grab really just this section of an arc. We'll move that over to its own layer. I'll select on this one. I'm going to modify this so that it does a 360. Okay, I need to pull this one back up. I'm going to measure this line here so I can figure out how tall it is. We'll bring our model back up, solid, extrude cut, and just using these extrusions, it's really simple. It goes quick. You just gotta get familiar with it. That's all. So this one goes a 1/2 inch deep, and really in short order. I'm sure there's some threading, or I may be missing something here. But in short order, we were able to take your design, which was a bunch of separate surfaces, and then turn it into a solid. And you can see we have just extrude curve, extrude cut, extrude cut, extrude cut, extrude cut, and away we go. So hopefully that helps.